Hey friends, welcome to Coffee with Connie. I'm Connie Fuchsa. How's everybody doing today? I try to talk to you guys a couple times a week about things that I've experienced. Like I've told you before, if you follow me ever at all, I owned a business for more than 30 years. I learned a lot of things about people and team building and getting to know people's personalities and, how to work with different people and how to deal with stress and how to do a lot of the things that you need to do with running a business. But since then, I also have learned a whole lot more about those personalities and how different people perceive different things. And so one of the things I wanted to share with you guys, because as my life has changed over the past little over a year since I sold that business, so many opportunities have shown themselves to me. And one of the things I wanted to share with you guys is, are you holding yourself back? Have you put a wall in between you and what is possible for you? Have you not looked at opportunities that may have shown up right in front of you, that walked right in front of your face, that maybe you just were too focused with blinders on about what your day-to-day path is? So I wanted to share a couple things with you. I mean, we all have deal with some tragedy, and sometimes it comes really close, and so sometimes that makes you stand up and say, oh my gosh, let me try something different. But when I say try something different, I don't necessarily mean you're afraid of heights, but let's go jump out of an airplane, because that's never going to happen for me. But what I am saying is, I want you to think about the things that may have walked in front of your path, whether it is something in your personal life, whether maybe someone showed you that they weren't the people that needed to be in your path. And I'm not just talking about great things. I'm talking about things that maybe were some redirections. And we've talked about that a little bit before. But today specifically, I didn't necessarily want to dwell on those things that maybe were in the wrong direction for you. But what I wanted to focus on is opening your eyes a little bit, being more prepared for those opportunities, thinking about things you want to do, and maybe not just entertainment things, but maybe how your life has the ability to change. 2 years ago, I had no interest in selling my business. It wasn't in my plan. It wasn't part of my big picture yet. I mean, eventually, of course, but it really wasn't there. And an opportunity presented itself. Actually, more than one opportunity, but only one of them actually worked out. And hey there, Miss Lori, how are you this morning? But what I want to share with you is, since that happened in my life and I let myself look at the possibility of other opportunities, who would have thought, and most of you who know me personally looked at me and said, you transitioned from a multi-million-dollar brick and mortar business to selling skincare. How do you do that? Well, how do I do that? I open my eyes to an opportunity that somebody shared with me. Now, this isn't a conversation about that opportunity. What it is a conversation about is, look at what things set your soul on fire. Look at the things that maybe make you super energized. What makes you happy? What makes you feel really good? One of the things I really love is to be able to share experiences with you guys. And I mean, I know it sounds kind of crazy, and I'm just doing that because I like to share information. It's really important to me to be able to share experiences. So like when you go in the store and you find something you really like, or you have a great experience with a particular store, you tell everybody about it. If you have a terrible experience, like a lot of you may remember, last week, me and some friends were traveling, and I'm not usually the complainer, but we had the most horrible experience I've ever had with a business. And so that business is hearing from me, because it's the only way that business can get better is if I'm grumpy and being mean, but stating facts that were obviously problems that needed to be corrected. So what I want to share with you guys is, what are you doing that enables your heart to be set on fire? Your soul, your brain, what energizes you? What makes you not want to sleep at night because all you can think about is how you're going to do the next thing? Is it that you want to travel? Okay, so what I need you to do is sit down and spell out how you're going to be able to, even in baby increments, start traveling more so you can see things you want to see. Is it that you love to work with children? You love being around children. So how can you donate some time to a dance school or to a daycare, or maybe even to weekend activities at your local community center that helps children? Does being with pets? I have a really, really good friend who absolutely loves being with dogs and doing training. It is amazing to see her face when she gets so excited when she's in that environment. But she needs to work to pay her bills. So she works a traditional business, but she's learned how to weave in and out with a local rescue this training, and she's learned all kinds of things, and it just continues to set her soul on fire. Does maybe she transition eventually into that being her full-time job? Maybe. Or maybe she doesn't need that to be her full-time job. So what I'm sharing with you guys is, yes, we all have to pay our bills, but are you holding yourself back from some things that you'd really want to do, that really, things that just make you happy? So when you look back, when you get that ticket and it's your turn to gain your wings, if you have the opportunity to look back, can you say, I got to do a lot of the things I wanted to do? You're not going to get to do them all. We'd all love to have $1 million and go, sail around the world and those types of things. And maybe that doesn't work, but there's ways to weave in pieces of that excitement and the things about that set you on fire to weave that into your life. I love to travel. And my husband works a 9-to-5 brick and mortar job. And now, thanks to the skincare business that I've developed and some of the other opportunities that I do, speaking and helping people grow their business and mentoring and training, those give me the opportunity to be able to travel around to different areas. But we've also learned how to weave long weekends here and there into things to be able to see other parts of the country. There's so many things to see in our country. If you're in the United States and you're listening, there's so many things to see. But that's what I want to share with you is, do you do what makes you super excited about yourself? And are you going to be able to look back and say, I got to do a lot of the things that I was really excited about doing? Maybe you say, I don't have the funds to do it. Okay, cool. You have enough money to put a little bit of gas in your car and ride out to the mountains or ride out and watch a sunset over the water. You have the opportunity to do that. Ride your bicycle and weave through the neighborhood and see all the things that are out there living that you didn't even know were there. That's the kinds of things I'm talking about, is get out of your blinder life and decide, put down on paper, what are some things you've got to get done before that ticket is up, before your turn changes. And we all are going to have that turn, whether it's tomorrow for some, very suddenly, or whether it's a long-term illness. Are you going to be able to do those things before that time comes? And I know we all think, I want to do this. I'm going to start saving this and that. I want you to just take your opportunity and get out of your own way. Are you holding yourself back? Maybe you're in a job that you're just doing that job because that job is taking care of paying your bills. So maybe you need to get rid of some bills. I have another really good friend who decided that she was so busy chasing all of those things that they thought they needed and working at a job where she was getting paid really well and great achievements, but all they were doing was spinning. And so she decided to step back from that. They sold their house, they moved to a rental, and within just a very short period of time, were able to pay off all their bills, because that's what their goal was. Pay off all their bills so they can start doing all the things that they want to do. Doesn't mean you have to own your own house. Maybe it doesn't mean you have to own your own car. Maybe you rent some things so you can have some other opportunities. I just want you to see those opportunities when they come to you. When someone says, not I have a free ticket for you to go sail around the world with me, but hey, I have free tickets to the Nationals World Series game tonight. Do you have the time to go? No, I have to work. Okay, maybe today you can't make that work, but what are you going to do to make those opportunities available to you next time? What are you going to do work-wise, personal-wise, to make your family opportunities available to you? Oh, you can't move south because you want to move south, but you can't move south because your family's here. Okay, well, maybe you can rent a place for long weekends south and start transitioning that way. And maybe your family wants to move with you. Have you ever opened your mouth and asked those questions? So stop holding yourself back. Open your eyes to all of the things that are crossing your path, whatever they happen to be. When someone, you're an employer and somebody leaves your business and you think, oh my God, that's just the end of the world. It probably isn't, because maybe they were supposed to leave anyway. And although it's going to give you a little bit of heartache at the beginning because you have to figure out what to do without that person, now you can downsize your business a little bit, because now you have the opportunity to do things that you want to do, because your business was so large, because you're trying to keep all of these people employed and worry about all that stress, and that person that's many $1,000,000 person that was working for you, not million, many $1,000 person a month expense for you, now they're not there anymore, and maybe they took some business, but now you have the opportunity to downsize, because you'd never let them go, because you want to make sure that you take care of those people that are under your wings. But now that they're not, how do you change that a little bit to give yourself other opportunities that you didn't have before? So look at things that may be happening in your life that aren't positive, and how you can spin those into the positive. Or maybe those things that aren't positive really are positive. You just can't see them right now because you're so hurt or frustrated. And look at those opportunities and figure out how you're going to make those work in that big plan of the things that set your soul on fire. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I am Connie Fuchsa. I love being friends and helping you and sharing information I have. And I would love it if you guys would just hit the like button, or the heart would be wonderful too. I would really appreciate that. And hitting that share might help as well. So I really appreciate your time. Hit the share button below and give me a thumbs up or give me a heart. And I look forward to talking to you guys again real soon. I'm Connie Fuchsa. Thanks for tuning in to Coffee with Connie. Bye-bye.